to a 16 WAPT special report. The focus on keeping the Ebola virus from spreading is intensifying, Megan.
Yes, Stephanie, tonight several new cases around the world. In Spain, 8 doctors and nurses in isolation. Here in Mississippi, health leaders say they are prepared and taking no chances.
Mississippi on alert.
I think they need to close the borders and not let anybody in or out. I think it's inevitable, now that it's here, that it's going to spread. It's very scary.
Ebola is just one of 5 viruses people here are worried about. West Nile has already killed 5 and infected more than 43 people statewide. The new enterovirus has been detected in at least 3 Mississippi children. We've already had 4 Ebola scares at state hospitals this week. If you add chikungunya and the flu, healthcare leaders are ramping up for the worst.
There's certainly no reason to overreact, but I think it would be prudent and of us to make sure that we know where we're at, how we might react in the rarest of event that an Ebola virus might be indicated within the state.
I want them to hear them say that we're going to be okay, that they will quarantine those who are exposed to that, and don't let it come this far.
16 WAPT was first to show you how paramedics at the fair are standing by with special masks, gloves, and gowns just in case they find Ebola.
We briefed our folks, given them additional education, provided them with 2 screening questions for every patient.
So how prepared are we to respond to the risk? AMR says it starts with first responders.
We have the equipment, the knowledge, the training, and we're ready to help folks here at the fair.
That's the only way to get it, is contact, close contact with the body fluids of another person with Ebola.
Dr. Mary Currier is the state's top medical officer. She says the state is ready.
We have been preparing for things like this forever. You know, as a health department, we do surveillance all the time, every day, for unusual diseases as well as the diseases that are usual.
More cautious of the places that I go. I'd be more cautious of washing hands, make sure I don't come in contact with bodily fluids, me being a fireman the same way. So, just trying to be more cautious about what we're touching.
Leaders admit Ebola is getting headlines now, but they say the bigger threats are viruses that already have a foothold in the state.
We have flu, we have West Nile virus. We know it kills, those 2 illnesses kill people every year. So certainly we are prepared in the event of an Ebola virus suspect arriving in Mississippi.
As far as Ebola, the state health department says they began planning 2 months ago. They want to prevent what happened in Dallas, where an Ebola patient walked out of the hospital and exposed dozens of people before he died this week. The Texas Health Department admits they had major missteps.
Because the thing we don't want to do is have a patient come in who might have had contact with someone with Ebola in one of these other countries that we miss, and then they go home.
If an Ebola patient does arrive in Mississippi, UMC says they have special treatment centers on site.
I don't know that that's going to control the spreading, and that's pretty scary.
I just saw how prepared we are, the contacts they have with physicians and hospitals throughout the state of Mississippi, the fact that we have no evidence whatsoever that any Ebola virus is in or near the state of Mississippi, but if it were, we would respond immediately.
Here's a reminding the public the best way to fight fear is to arm yourself with more information. The health department says they are only testing people for Ebola who fit these 2 criteria. The first, the actual disease, symptoms like vomiting and fever. But that alone isn't enough. You must have a travel history to West Africa, including Sierra Leone, Guinea, or Liberia.
Sparked from